Welcome back to American Sunrise. I'm Dr. Gina. Thanks for joining us this morning. We invite you to hop in our conversation. We're over on YouTube. We're on Gettr. We're on Rumble. Get in the chat, talk with us. And if you like St. Louis style pizza, I really want you in that chat. I need your votes because everyone else seems to like New York style pizza. It is time now to take the political pulse of America. The Beat today, new details emerging about the FBI's role during the January 6th Capitol events. Fox News reports that 274 plainclothes FBI agents were on site to quote unquote control the crowd, a move that violates standard FBI protocols, according to former acting DNI Director Kash Patel. Patel says this points to a failure of leadership. Joining us now to break all of this down for what this means to January 6 cases and for the truth about what really happened is Cowboy Logic host Donna Fiducia. Donna, good morning. Donna, I'm just so glad to hear like any dribble of truth coming out about all the things that you and I knew were happening all along with J6, because we know the people up close and personal, and it is really important to talk to them. You know, they're not going to get interviews on 60 Minutes, no. Right? But
only if they're innocent. I mean, only if they're guilty. The innocents never. If they're on 60 Minutes, that means they're guilty.
Yeah, exactly, exactly, or lying, one or the other. But those who are telling the truth and were innocent that day get so little press, except that which really you and Don have given them. Talk to us about this.
I just feel like a broken record. We've been talking about this for now almost over 4 years, really. Joshua Black, let's look at the timeline. Joshua Black, who is the face of J6. This is the guy who got his cheek shot out, okay? He got shot at 1:05 in the afternoon. Police were firing on the crowd with rubber bullets and tear gas for well over an hour. Then around 2:30 or so, they kicked a canister of OC spray down the line. Now, OC spray is worse than bear spray, folks, and that's kind of what the crowd had been gassed with now for about an hour and a half at this point. Well, the wind blew back, and they ended up basically blowing the OC spray back on themselves. So they were coughing, and they retreated back into the Capitol. So that is supposedly when Kash Patel says the 274 FBI agents were called in. You can't tell me they were called in an hour and a half. I'm sorry. They had to be there already. We know of a number of people who were there with FBI agents and their families, actually. They were there as J6ers, okay? And then you have the situation with Landon Copeland, who has admitted Antifa, which we had on our show probably about 2.5 years ago. He said he was there with close to 2,500 people. He had no idea who paid him, but he's admitted Antifa. We have a dropped gun that hasn't been looked at. We have Michael Byrd, who shot Ashli Babbitt in cold blood, and he's walking around as a free man, still with his job. Lila Morris repeatedly beat an already lifeless body of Rosanne Boyland. I mean, let's look at it this way. How many rallies did Donald Trump have before J6? Probably hundreds, if not 1,000. And everything was peaceful. But now, right in D.C., when you're in the belly of the beast, all of a sudden, it's an insurrection. I just find this really hard to believe. And, you know, I'm glad it came out. But the IG report, Horowitz said there were 25, about a year and a half ago? And we're like, yeah, right. So at least they're admitting 275 FBI agents. And what were they there for? Were they in plain clothes? Right. Were they agitating? I want to know what's going on, because it seems like from what we've seen, and again, the videos are being withheld because the Capitol Police wield huge amounts of power. And they're the ones who are keeping this from being released, the 44,000 hours. We've seen a lot of it only because we know so many Jan Sixers who were incarcerated for 4 years and they were able to see it. We want to know with this sham J6 committee, we want to have a real J6 committee, which Barry Loudermilk is starting to get together. We want to have the subject matter experts, these Jan Sixers, testify before Congress under oath, and you're going to see a total 180. The scary thing, though, Dr. Gina, and this is from a psychological standpoint, so maybe you can comment, it's going to be very hard for these people to admit they were wrong. but we're seeing it in so many different places. We've seen it with the Russia hoax. We've seen it with J6. We're seeing it with all the charges against Donald Trump. They're not going to admit they were wrong. And unfortunately, the scenario with those who don't follow it like we do, it's out there. And people still think that there was an insurrection on January 6th. It was a Fedsurrection, no doubt about it.
Dr. Gina, do you want to respond to the whole psychology of admitting that you may be wrong or are wrong in this particular case?
Yeah, I would just add, Donna, that it's not just the people who said all of this from the beginning, the government officials that won't be able to admit they're wrong. It's the media who has reported this as an insurrection for all of these years, Terrence.
Yeah, it really has. All right, let's look right
Donna,
there.
I'm just curious.
I'm sorry, the kid in the red that you just saw walking there, that was Matthew Perna. He committed suicide later on. Does he look like an insurrectionist? Or is that there? I mean, it's a peaceful demonstration, which they're allowed to do in the people's house. There's Matthew Perna right there. It's disgusting.
Really quickly, Donna, 15 seconds, and this can even be a yes or no answer. Do you really expect anything to come of any investigation that may come off the ground, Barry Loudermilk's or otherwise?
I certainly hope so. We do have Ivan Rakelin on our show this coming weekend. He's a lawyer, a Green Beret. He's working with the J6 committee. So let's hope that does happen. But again, are they going to admit that they were wrong? It's very scary because the Capitol Police, in many cases, have more power than the actual congressmen do. And they're the ones that are holding back all of the 44,000 hours, which will show the police. It will show the MPD and the Capitol Police actually firing down on a mostly peaceful demonstration.
All right, Donna, we appreciate it. Always good to talk to you. Give Donna a big old hug for me, as we always ask for.
Love you guys.
All right, Dr. Gina.
Thank you.
All right, take care. Dr. Gina, excuse me, maybe I need what you're getting ready to talk about. Dr. Gina, take it away with Sacred Health.
Going to talk about Sacred Human. All of us care more these days about our health and well-being, and we all know it's in our hands. Head over to sacredhumanhealth.com. Discover the incredible benefits of their grass-fed beef liver capsules. Grass-fed beef liver is one of the greatest concentrations of nutrients that you can possibly add to your diet. It plays a vital role in supporting your heart, your brain, your immune system, also boosts your energy and improves your overall health. Sacred Human's beef liver capsules offer a natural alternative to synthetic multivitamins. It provides nutrients in the form your body knows how to use efficiently. This is so key. Many customers are thrilled with the noticeable boost in energy and vitality they experience. And you can visit sacredhumanhealth.com today and use the code SUNRISE for 10% off. You can explore their range of all natural supplements such as sleep, collagen, hearing more about that every day, immunity, magnesium, vitamin D, all designed to help on your path to optimal health. That's sacredhumanhealth.com, promo code SUNRISE. That'll give you 10% off. All right, we want to talk to the CEO of Sacred Human, Trevor Comstock. Trevor, great to have you. Love hearing the story about why you started Sacred Human.
Yeah, Dr. Gina, it's great to see you. We got our start about a year and a half ago, and our whole goal was to really stray away from the big corporate model that oftentimes prioritizes profit over health, and usually just throwing in a ton of artificial ingredients within their products. So all of our products, whether it's the skincare line or our health supplements, we always just give you the real deal. We don't include any preservatives or anything like that. But today, I just wanted to mention we've had a good amount of people just reaching out, asking about our new Tallow moisturizer and how it compares to other skin creams out there. And also just heads up, we did sell out of it late last week, but we're back in stock. So all good on that front. So I wanted to mention that. But for anyone who doesn't know, just a little background on it. This moisturizer is just made with the two ingredients, which is the 100% American grass-fed and finished beef tallow and the raw manuka honey from New Zealand. So there's no preservatives, no fillers, no synthetic ingredients or anything like that. And tallow is really amazing because it's almost identical to the natural oils that your skin produces. And again, it absorbs much more deeply as opposed to just sitting on top of the skin. And what's great about it is it's also loaded with vitamins like vitamin A, D, E, as well as K, which your skin needs to stay healthy and radiant. And as I mentioned, we just paired it with the raw manuka honey, which is a naturally occurring antibacterial,
Okay, but
anti-inflammatory, and healing
Trevor, how
remedy.
did you do
Yeah.
that without making it sticky?
Yeah, yeah. So it's actually each jar is handmade. We have our team in Idaho. It's the way the full process of it. They curate everything and craft it, but it's essentially when you apply it, it's not greasy or sticky. It's the way they formulate it with the tallow and the raw manuka honey together. But again, it's not sticky at all by any means. And again, if you want to compare it to other skin creams on the market, the issue with those is that they're usually just full of synthetic ingredients that can actually damage the skin barrier over time. Many of them have like alcohols, cheap fragrances, and all of that. That's really not beneficial for your skin. So again, we exclude all the junk from it. We give you the raw natural ingredients. And it also works great for things like eczema, redness on the skin, as well as just daily hydration. And again, it's intended for men and women. You can apply it on your face or body.
Yeah. Now, back to the liver products. What can you tell people as far as health benefits for those who aren't aware?
Yeah. The beef liver is amazing. The best way to describe it, it's almost like a natural multivitamin. So it has a range of vitamins and minerals, things like amino acids, peptides, but you'll get a wide range like of vitamins such as like CoQ10, folate, iron, zinc, vitamin A, B12. The list kind of goes on and on. But what's amazing about the beef liver is that your body can much better absorb and retain those nutrients as opposed to taking like a synthetic multivitamin where oftentimes your body will just flush out those nutrients. So because your body is able to retain these nutrients and minerals, you get a nice little energy boost, which if you go through our reviews at sacredhumanhealth.com, you can sift through those and people always just talk about the energy boost, which is amazing.
All right, Trevor Comstock, we appreciate it. Thanks for your time today.
Thank you.
All right. Coming up, we take you behind the show chat with the RAV Chat Report. More American Sunrise in 2 minutes. Stay with us.